I might not like the isekai genre at all, but there's still a few isekai that are actually pretty good and not complete garbage. The anime I'll be talking about today is Konosuba. It's kind of strange that I have not watched this anime at all, and it's pretty popular in the anime space, so I'm really surprised I have not gotten around to watching this anime. In this video, I'll be talking about season 1 of Konosuba. If you guys want me to talk about the other seasons, hit a like, hit a subscribe, and let's talk about this anime. Konosuba! This story starts off with our main character, Kazuma, who's a high school student, gamer, and shonen. Kazuma died on an average day walking home, performing a historic act of his life. And let me just say, his death is probably the most historic I've ever seen. Just being able to piss yourself while trying to save someone from a slow moving tractor is so heroic. He deserves the medal of the best save of all time. Not even Yusuke's heroic action can even compare to what Kazuma did. He will always be in our hearts. Rest in peace, Kazuma. After being able to save that woman from getting hit by that slow tractor, he is reawakened in the afterlife and met by this powerful, useful god named Aqua. Aqua guides the youth whose lives got cut short to either be reincarnated in Japan or get reincarnated in a fantasy world. And obviously, Kazuma, being a gamer and a shonen who really does nothing but game, decides to be reincarnated into this fantasy world. Aqua gives him a chance to pick a weapon to choose with him to go to that fantasy world. While Kazuma is trying to pick a weapon to bring him to that fantasy world, Aqua started roasting him for the fact that he practically died not being heroic. Kazuma, getting angry and being petty, he decides to bring Aqua to this fantasy world. And personally, I do not blame him. Imagine you slip on like a banana peel and you die, and then the angel just roasts you for the fact that you died slipping on the banana peel. Kazuma was in his right to even do that, because if he's gonna suffer, why not her suffer? Talk shit, get transported into a world where you're completely useless. I love that saying. Aqua and Kazuma are transported into this new fantasy world where Aqua is honestly distraught because of the fact that she's a goddess and she does not belong here. The only way to even Aqua to even go back to the afterlife, she has to kill the Demon King in order to go back. Where obviously it's not going to be that easy because they don't have any money and they have to start from scratch. Because usually adventurers who go to that fantasy world bring something along with them. Maybe a sword, maybe some magical potions to help with him. But no, he brings along a useless goddess who cries and bitches a lot. Basically having them start at level 1 and have to work themselves up. And throughout this whole series, I kind of like this premise where the main character is not given the most OP item in the whole world. Kazuma actually has to work himself up in order to be the most powerful in the land, to beat the Demon King. And I like that. They have to start from scratch, form a party, and get money in order to live. It's basically what a normal life is. And they have to take up these different jobs. They even have to have a part-time job in order to even live. They live in a shed where it's just really, really cold. So instead of just working with 2 people, they decided to invite a few other people to their party. They hang up adverts to see who would join their party. And the first member of this party is Megami. The only way I can describe her character is take Dara from Naruto and just have him become a little lolly little girl and just keep his personality, because she loves exploding things. And the funny thing is, she has the most powerful magic, but only can use it once every day. And I kind of feel bad for Kazuma because he has a useless goddess and basically a person who only can use their powers once every day. So the party's basically screwed because no one has the ability to actually go on quests and maybe get them done. But don't worry, guys. There is one person that comes into this party, and her name is Darkness. And let me give you a warning with this character. She is a masochist. I don't know what warning I should give you guys. She's a masochist. She's able to out-perv the main character. And each guys usually have these pervy characters to where you just hate them. No, Darkness is literally the most horniest person in the whole series. She was able to creep out the dude who was holding his head on his horse. She was able to do that. I mean, Megami is the same way with her explosion. She kind of gets a little bit too into it when she talks about her explosions. God, that's a really bad way to explain that. So that's Kazuma's party, a girl who can only use her magic once a day after using her biggest explosion, a useless goddess, and a masochist. The best people you should bring around on adventures, but it's better than nothing. It might seem that Kazuma really does not like the party he's in, because in his head he pictures a fantasy world where he gets a lot of chicks and he becomes rich and he can live out the fantasy he's always wanted, but it just turns upside down with the party he has. And in this series, he actually dies in the first season. I never watched the other season, so bear with me. He goes back to the afterlife where he could be reincarnated back into Japan. And after saying all the bad things he said about his party, he actually does form a connection to them, and he's actually having fun with them. Even if he's not forming his fantasy world's desires, he's still having fun even though he's in a crappy situation. And that's what I love about Konosuba. It might have every generic isekai plot, but they do it to where it's funny and it can be real heartwarming at the same time. And I love this first season of it. And I really want to cover more seasons of this. But if you guys want me to cover it, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like this video. Comment down below. You guys want me to talk about season 2 or the other seasons of Konosuba. See you guys later. Peace.